And what's up, everybody? I'm back for another Ghostbusters review, and this time I'm reviewing Ghostbusters. Oh, 2. Right here, folks. I'm reviewing Ghostbusters 2, directed once again by Ivan Reitman, starring welcome back Bill Murray, and Harold Ramis, Dan Aykroyd, and Ernie Hudson. Although it says Rick Moranis and Sigourney Weaver, yeah, they're back too. Everybody, the recurring characters we've seen in the first, they're back again. Welcome back. And this time let me catch up to speed on the plot. Let's see, the plot is the opening of the plot is 5 years. It's 5 years later, 5 years after the events from the original. And the Ghostbusters, well, former Ghostbusters are now on the sidelines. Now they're all working regular jobs. We got Ray and Winston, or Dan Aykroyd and Ernie Hudson. They're seen in the opening. Coming out of the Ecto-1, which is pretty fucked up and like all smoky and shit. They don't have the money to fix it. They're in their Ghostbuster uniforms, the proton packs, and it turns out they're entertaining kids. They're entertaining snot-nosed kids at birthday parties. And Ray also happens to own a bookstore, okay? And let's see, and Egon Spangler, played by Harold Ramis, doing some kind of scientific experiments on, people, human emotions or some shit like that. We see him in that scene, yeah, because he's obsessed with science. He doesn't remember, he's the smart one. And then our favorite wisecracker, Peter Venkman, played by Bill Murray, as we all know. And we see he's doing a talk show. He's a talk show host called World of the Psychic. Yeah, he's hosting some talk show about about people who are psychic or some shit like that, right? Okay, so the Ghostbusters they've been benched. They're benched. Means they cannot be Ghostbusters. Means they've been slammed with a judicial restraining order, meaning that they cannot be Ghostbusters. They cannot perform any paranormal exterminating activities. So until we see early in the scene with Egon, we see that Dana goes to Egon for help, because from the start of the movie that she rolled in some pink slime that slurred up in the crack of the concrete, and she steps in it, and when her stroller just rolls off all by itself, she's chasing the ghostly stroller with her baby in it, rolled off all by itself. Yeah, so I can say the scene, she goes to Egon for help, and the next scene, they sort of reunite. We don't see Winston till later in the movie, just them three, just like in the first Ghostbusters. It started with those three guys. Egon, Ray, and Peter, just like in the original. Started with those three guys. They go to Dane's apartment. They look for clues of what happened. They're looking for clues for what happened. And so looking for clues what happened, and this and that. And see, the main plot is, they find, when they become Ghostbusters once again. They find out, well, even before they became Ghostbusters, you find out that it's this slime that's feeding off negative energy, feeding off negative emotions, which is called mood slime. Mood slime, which has a connection with the Vigo with the Vigo character, who happens to be the main villain, and which I'll get to in a minute. Which I'll get to in a sec. So I'm just catching up to speed on the plot. So this mood slime is feeding off, negative human emotions like yelling. You see, like early in the movie, we saw people yelling, screaming at one another. So the slime is built underneath the city's building up. Well, that they know. The Ghostbusters later find out, And after they get arrested, they go to court. And, they try to tell them what's going on, but the judge doesn't believe them. Think they're crazy or some shit. They think they're crazy or whatever. And finally, this is what puts the Ghostbusters back in business. And welcome back, Louis Tully, played by Rick Moranis. Yeah. Anyways, like I said, welcome back, Bill Murray. I love Bill Murray in this movie, just like in the first. It's Peter Venkman, wisecrackling. He's a wisecracking scientist. Doesn't act like much of a scientist. Yeah. And Peter is likable. Peter Venkman is likable. Oh, and the mayor is back again. The guy who played the mayor in the original is back again. Who played the mayor of New York? He's back again. And let's see. Ghostbusters are back in business, and they're testing the moods. And seeing early when Ray picked up a little bit of that slime stuff, and they're testing, and the scene where they're testing it, and it feeds off human emotions. And I love the scene where Ray and Egon are yelling at each other, and the slime just bubbles up. It bubbles up. That scene's funny. But again, Bill Murray once again stole the show. And like I said, this is my review. Bill Murray and Ernie Hudson are the only two likable characters, just like in the first. Yeah, I like Peter, and I like Peter Venkman and Winston Zeddemore. Yeah, the only two likable characters. Oh, and we get to see a few cameos of Slimer. Wow. And Janine is back again. But this time, Janine is hot. Janine is smoking hot, man. I love Janine in this one. She's a lot hotter and more attractive in this one. I would fuck her brains out. Literally. And now let's get to the main villain. Vigo the Carpathian. The main villain is Vigo the Carpathian. Yeah, the guy in the painting. Yeah, the guy we see in the painting who Dana's boss just talks to in a few scenes, and is put under a spell and Dana's boss is put under a spell to kidnap Oscar because Vigo's the main plot. He's trying to. Yeah, he's a 20th century. He's either 18th or 20th century Moldavian tyrant or warlock or whatever, who's trying to come into the world, who's trying to merge into the world. He needs a human body to inhabit, to come into New York, which is little Oscar. Oscar's Dana's son, who's Sigourney Weaver's character's son, baby. Yeah. Yeah. So makes a few failed attempts. Yeah. So her boss makes a few failed attempts to kidnap Oscar under Vigo's spell. Then when Oscar gets kidnapped, then the ritual begins. And Dana goes off to look for her son. She gets kidnapped as well. And Ghostbusters to the rescue. I mean, and there's a scene where like when Dana goes inside the museum, all this pink slime, like builds a whole wall around the museum, builds like a whole shell around the museum, so she can't get out. She's trapped. Little that she knows. When I saw as I said just now, Ghostbusters to the rescue. They use their packs to break the slime shell, which they can't. It's too powerful. And the coolest part of the movie, I love this movie. What can I say about Ghostbusters 2? I love this movie. Especially the last scene where, before the final battle, where they make the Statue of Liberty come to life. That's fucking sick. That is awesome. The way they make they make the Statue of Liberty come to life with the new slime packs. Egon and Ray created the slime packs, mood slime packs, yes, with positive energy. Ray and Winston are sliming the entire inside the Statue of Liberty's head, and they played a song called Higher Love or something, and makes the Statue of Liberty come to life, and that's pretty cool. That's a cool scene. And before, like in the scene before that, where like all hell is breaking loose, and some asshole, another Walter Peckish guy, who's the mayor's assistant, a real douchebag, another douchebag, yeah, who tries to put the Ghostbusters out the way. And I'm glad the mayor fired his ass. Fired his stupid ass. What a douchebag. But anyways. Okay, so the Ghostbusters make it to the museum. They get inside the museum with a little help of Lady Liberty. And then they battle Vigo. Now it's the final showdown between the Ghostbusters and Vigo. And what can I say about the villain? What can I say about Vigo the Carpathian? Let's see. He looks pretty scary. He's a scary dude. He's one scary dude. And he's out of the painting. I'm like, wow, that's one scary dude, like I said. And then he goes back inside the painting, becomes more of a monster. And he gets defeated so easily. He gets beaten so easily. I don't. It doesn't explain how the hell he gets beaten so easily, but yeah. And so they defeat the bad guy with a little help of Louis Tully. The little help of Louis Tully. Becomes the fifth Ghostbuster. He's in a Ghostbuster outfit, in a photon pack. Now he's making out. He's making out with Janine. He's got a hots for Janine. And they live happily ever after. So, like I said, what can I Ghostbusters? I mean, for some reason, maybe it's because Janine has gotten a lot hotter. And, once again, Bill Murray stole the show. Once again. So, not to mention nice cameo by Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown made a cameo in this movie, too. And we got to see a few cameos of Slimer, yeah. And Slimer, it's funny, Slimer was also casted in the rolling credits. Okay. So, that's my review on Ghostbusters 2. I gave Ghostbusters a solid 4. This one, because I enjoyed it much more. For some reason, a lot of people enjoyed the first one more than this one, but personally, I enjoyed this one much more than a little bit more than the first one. So I'm going to rate this 4.5 out of 5 stars. Ghostbusters 2, 4.5 out of 5 stars. Yeah, so that's my review. This is my review of Ghostbusters 2. Let me know what you think. Check the comments below. Let me know what you think. And like always. And subscribe. And until next time, who are you going to call?